The world is too much with us. This is a sonnet written by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is a prominent figure in Romantic age. He's written this sonnet in the year 1809 during the first industrial revolution. He laments over the industrial revolution and the people who are no longer connected with nature. In the title, "The world is too much with us," the world refers natural world. People are now connected with the natural world and going behind industry, machine, innovation, which are now based on nature. Here in this sonnet, Wordsworth laments over the industrial revolution and the people who don't like follow nature. The world is too much with us, late and soon. The world is always with us, but we are not with the nature. Late and soon. Late means past and soon means future. In the past world and in the future also, the nature is always with us. It is not going away, even from the future, but we are not with the nature. He worries that the condition of the people who starts hate nature to follow. Getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. We people are earning money and spending in next day. Today they earning money and next day they are spending on industrial and on innovation, but not spending their time with nature. That is why we lay waste our powers. They waste their energy, their ability, their physical ability, mental ability gone waste. Having spent their complete energy physically and mentally with the machine, with the industry, certainly they are wasting their powers, they are wasting their money. Little we see in nature that is ours. We see nothing in nature that is ours. Nature is our life, nature is our world, but we people not looking in nature. They don't care that nature is one of our lives. Without nature there is no being. Without nature the world is nothing. Without nature the people can't live on this earth. But we don't care the importance of nature. We have given our hearts away, a sordid boon. We have given our hearts away. We have given our emotions, feelings away. We seem to be expressionless. We seem to be emotionless towards nature. We people have forgotten to water the trees, to nurse the trees. The tree is an important one to lead a life on this earth. But we people have not care nurturing plants, a sordid boon. Though God has given this wonderful world, wonderful natural world to us, but it is sordid. We make this world dirty. We make this world waste. So this is not just a boon given by God, but we make this boon bad. We are turning this wonderful boon of God as bad. This sea that bears her bosom to the moon. Wordsworth asking to look at sea and the moon. How the sea and the moon getting connected through nature. The sea is always opening its heart to the moon. Moon reflects over the sea. And on the surface of the sea, We can see the beautiful moon which is reflected over the sea. And the sea is always welcoming the moon is always loving the sea. So, na- the natural world, everything is perfect other than humans are not only perfect in their nature, in their character, but other beings created by nature, sea, moon, sky, plants, mountains, trees, fruits, animals are okay with the nature. They are all in perfect order. But what happened to the human beings? They don't live orderly, they don't live based on the nature. Wordsworth really worries about the condition of the people who are not connected with nature. The winds that will be howling at all hours, come out of your houses, have and have healthy air, inhale the pure air which is provided by the nature. The wind always blowing outside our house, but we get air from electricity, from electric fan, air condition. We are not taking care of the natural air which is so healthier, which is so healthier to us. The winds that will be howling at all hours, all the time wind is available outside home, but we people are not ready to be stay outside and inhale natural air, and are up gather now like sleeping flowers, and are up gathered now like sleeping flowers. The nature, the sea, the wind is always sleeping like flowers. Next day they get up. They are just, the nature is just peaceful. The nature is completely peaceful at night time. But there will be air blowing. Nature is always there. They doing their job perfectly. All the elements of nature are peacefully sleeping like flowers. Next morning they start to get up and do their task. For this, for everything, we are out of tune. For everything, we are out of nature. We are not connected with nature. Why are we not coming closer to nature? We are not coming closer to nature. Why? Wordsworth asking the readers why you are not connected with nature. For everything, you are completely away from nature. It moves us not. The nature doesn't leave us. The nature doesn't leave us. It is always with us. But we only leave the nature. Great God, oh God, I would rather be a pagan suckled in a greed, outworn. Wordsworth asking that Wordsworth wishes that I would be rather pagan, suckled in a greed outworn. What he says that I want to be a pagan. Pagan means one who worships many gods. So, not just being a follower of a one god, and Wordsworth wants to be a pagan so that he can worship all the natural gods and he will follow nature as well. So might I, standing on this pleasant lay, so, and he also wishes to stand on the lay. Lay means a meadow, grassy land. So standing on the middle of the grassy land, he wishes to have some glimpses of that gods. So might I, standing on this pleasant lay, and he wants to be away from the people who are always going behind industry and machine. Wordsworth only wants to be isolated from those people and wants to be standing on the grassy land among the natural beings, among the natural atmosphere. And standing on the pleasant lay, he wants to have a sight of nature so that he will get less torture in the industrial world. So he wants to be escape from the industrial world by standing away from the materialistic world to natural world as standing on the grassy land. I have sight of Proteus rising from the sea, so why should I stand on the grassy land? I can have the sight of Proteus. Proteus is the god of sea. So if I stand on the grassy land, I can have the glimpse of a god of sea, Proteus. He rises the sea. He makes sea. So he makes waves, and the sight of sea which gives me happiness. Or here, old Triton blow his wreathed horn, or else I can hear the sound, I can hear the blowing of horn which is blown by Triton. Triton is god of waves, god of sea. Also, he changes the sea. He changes the condition of the sea by blowing horn. He will rise the sea level. So both of them are different god. So I'm going to follow these two gods, and they have shown their physical strength. Proteus shows his strength as being the god of sea, and Triton is showing his physical strength by blowing horn, and he can able to rise the sea level and produce waves, the larger waves. But human beings are only being away from nature, and they don't use their physical energy because they have no physical energy. The energies only come from the machine. They always depend on machines energy. So I don't want to be living with those useless people who always want to be with the nature, with the machines. But I prefer to be live with the nature and the nature god. So that is how he has summarized in this poem, and by lamenting over the industrial revolution and the people's condition of hating the natural world, and they want to be live in the materialistic world. According to William Wordsworth, materialistic world is very dangerous and natural world is safe always. That is how we can live in this world, only by following natural world. Thank you for watching.